Hey everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Vibe Podcast, where learning English feels simple, natural, and fun. I'm Lily. So happy to have you here today.
And I'm Alex. It's always great to be back, Lily. I miss these lessons and, of course, our amazing listeners.
Same here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, actually. Had a really nice morning. I took a walk, grabbed some coffee, just enjoyed the quiet. What about you?
That sounds lovely. My morning was quiet too. Peaceful, no rush, just me and my tea.
A quiet morning. That's always a good morning.
Totally agree. And you know what's funny? That morning we just talked about, it's in the past.
That's true. And look at that. We've just introduced today's topic.
Exactly. Today, we're talking all about the past, how to talk about things that already happened.
Things like yesterday, last week, or even just an hour ago. It's one of those topics that really helps you have natural conversations in English.
Right, because when we talk about our lives, our weekends, our jobs, our memories, we're always describing the past.
Exactly. But before we travel back in time, let's stay in the present for just a second.
Good call. Hey, everyone, if you're enjoying Fluent Vibe podcast, please take a moment to follow us and share this episode with your friends. It really helps us keep creating more free lessons for you.
Yes, we love seeing your comments, and it honestly keeps us motivated. So thank you for your support. You're the reason we're here.
All right, Alex, shall we go back in time now?
Let's do it. Buckle up, everyone, because today we're traveling to the past tense.
Okay, so when we talk about something that's already finished, something that happened before now, we use past tense words.
Right. And one of the most common ones, the one people use every single day, is was.
Exactly. Was is the past form of am or is. So, for example, today I am happy. Yesterday I was happy.
Ah, so am becomes was. That's easy.
Yes. Another example. Today the weather is nice, but yesterday the weather was cold.
Perfect. So is for now, was is for before.
That's right. And we can also talk about places. For example, where were you yesterday?
Yesterday evening. I was at home.
Nice. I was at the supermarket yesterday.
Oh, so I am at the supermarket means now, but I was at the supermarket means in the past.
Exactly. We just changed the verb. That's all.
So am and is become was. But what about are?
Good question. Are becomes were. So you can say, you were here yesterday, or we were happy last night.
Got it. So are becomes were. We are happy today. We were happy yesterday.
Perfect. You've got it. Let's practice. Where were you last Saturday, Alex?
Last Saturday. Oh, I remember. I was at the park.
Oh, nice. Was it fun?
Yes, it was. The park was beautiful and many people were there.
That's great. Was, were, all correct.
Thanks. What about you? Where were you last weekend?
I visited my family, so I was at my parents' house.
That sounds nice. Were your parents happy to see you?
They were. We were all together, and it was such a lovely day.
Oh, that's sweet. Family time is the best time.
It really is. So remember, everyone, was and were are used to describe how things were in the past. Feelings, places, situations.
Like, I was tired, or you were late, or the food was delicious.
Exactly.
So that's great for describing states, how things were, or where we were. But what about actions? You know, things we do, like walk, talk, cook, work.
Good question. For most action verbs, English has a very simple rule for the past. Just add ed at the end.
Oh, so walk becomes walked.
Exactly. Today, I walk to work. Yesterday, I walked to work.
Nice. Today I talked to Lily. Yesterday I talked to my friend.
Perfect. See? Super simple. Let's try another one. Watch.
Okay, so today I watched TV, and yesterday I watched TV.
Exactly. What did you watch?
I watched a comedy movie.
Did you laugh?
Yes, I laughed a lot.
There you go. Laugh becomes laughed.
Oh, I get it now. So cook becomes cooked, clean becomes cleaned, play becomes played.
Exactly. Let's try a mini story. Can you tell me what you did yesterday morning?
Sure. Yesterday morning, I walked to the cafe. I listened to music on my headphones, waited in line, and ordered a coffee.
That's fantastic. Walked, listened, waited, ordered, all perfect regular past verbs.
This ed ending is really useful. What about you, Lily? What did you do last night?
Last night, I cooked dinner for my friend.
That's nice. What did you cook?
I cooked chicken and vegetables, and my friend liked it a lot.
Another ed verb. Liked. Okay. This feels easy so far, but I'm guessing there's a twist coming.
You know me too well. Yes, English always has a twist. Some verbs are irregular. They don't use ed.
Ah, the famous irregular verbs. Okay, I'm ready for the challenge.
Let's go.
Okay, so far I feel pretty confident with the ed verbs. Walked, talked, played, watched. They make sense.
That's great. But now we've arrived at the fun part, the irregular verbs.
Oh no, the fun part. That sounds suspicious.
Don't worry, they're not scary. They're just, a bit different. Some verbs don't like the ed rule, so they change completely in the past.
Change completely? Like what?
Let's start with a very common one. Go. Today I go to work. Yesterday I went to work.
Ah, go, went, went. So we don't say goed.
Nope. Goed isn't a word. Sounds funny, right?
Yeah, it really does. Yesterday I goed to the store. Yeah, that's wrong. So I should say yesterday I went to the store.
Exactly. Perfect. Let's keep going. Another very common irregular verb is eat.
Okay, I think I've heard this one before. Eat becomes ate, right?
Yes. Today I eat an apple. Yesterday I ate an apple.
Got it. Eat to ate. So if I say last night I ate pizza, that's correct.
Yes, perfect. And if we continue that sentence, and I drank water, there's another irregular verb. Drink, drink.
Oh, right. So drink changes to drank. Like
I drink coffee every morning, but yesterday I drank tea.
Exactly. See? It's starting to feel familiar.
Yeah, actually. It's kind of like a game.
That's the spirit. Let's try a few more. See. Do you know its past form?
I see a bird today. Maybe I saw a bird yesterday?
Perfect. See, saw. And you can say, today I see my teacher. Yesterday I saw my teacher.
Nice. Okay, so far we have go, went, eat, ate, drink, drank, see, saw.
Exactly. Let's add one more. Take, took.
I've heard this before. I take photos every day. Yesterday, I took photos at the park.
Yes, excellent sentence. Take, took.
You know what I'm realizing? These verbs change in completely different ways. There's no single rule.
That's right. Irregular verbs don't follow one pattern. You simply have to learn them through use, by speaking, writing, or hearing them in real conversations.
Okay, that makes sense. Could we do a quick review list?
Sure. Repeat after me. Go, went. Eat, ate. Drink, drank. See, saw. Take, took. Have, had.
Wait, have changes to had?
Yes. For example, today I have lunch at home. Yesterday I had lunch at the office.
Got it. Have changes to had.
Perfect. Let's keep going. Another common one is buy becomes bought.
Ooh, that one's tricky. Spelled totally different. So, today I buy a book. Yesterday I bought a book.
Exactly. And one more. Come becomes came.
Right. So, today I come to the studio. Yesterday I came to the studio.
Perfect. You're doing great.
Thanks. But Lily, how do we know which verbs are irregular?
That's a really good question. Unfortunately, there's no magic formula. You just have to get familiar with them. But the good news is, the most common verbs in English, the ones you use every day, are irregular.
So if I focus on those, I'll cover most of what I need in conversations.
Exactly. And the more you use them, the more natural they feel.
Okay, let's make a little story using all of them, regular and irregular verbs. That usually helps me remember.
Great idea. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Last weekend was amazing. On Saturday, I went to the city with my friend. We walked around and looked at the shops. I saw a nice t-shirt in one window, but I didn't buy it. Instead, I bought a book.
Very nice. That's already full of past tense verbs. Was, went, walked, looked, saw, bought.
Yep. And after shopping, we were hungry, so we went to a small restaurant.
Love it. What did you eat?
I ate a big pizza and drank lemonade. My friend had pasta.
That sounds delicious.
It really was. The food was great. We talked for a long time, and then we took the train home.
That's a perfect story, Alex. Natural, complete, and full of correct past verbs.
Thanks. You know, telling stories like that really helps me remember. It's not just memorizing, it's using them in context.
Exactly. That's the key. When you use verbs in real sentences,
Your brain connects meaning, emotion, and sound. That's what makes learning stick.
That makes sense. Okay, Lily, now it's your turn. Tell us a story about your last holiday.
All right. My last holiday was in the spring. I went to a small town in the countryside.
Nice. Did you go alone?
No, I went with my sister. We stayed in a small hotel. The hotel was old, but very charming.
That sounds lovely. What did you do there?
Every morning, we walked in the hills. The weather was beautiful, and we saw many sheep and cows.
That sounds so peaceful.
It really was. In the afternoons, we visited the little shops in town. I bought some local cheese, and we ate it with bread for lunch.
That sounds delicious.
It was. And in the evenings, we were usually tired, so we read our books and listened to the quiet sounds of the countryside.
Wait, read is an irregular verb too, right?
Yes, and it's tricky because the spelling doesn't change, R-E-A-D, but the pronunciation does. Today, I read. Yesterday, I read.
Oh, wow. Same spelling, different sound.
Exactly. English can be playful that way.
That's a great example. And honestly, your holiday sounds like the perfect mix. Nature, good food, good company, and Brooks.
It really was. And my story shows how we mix regular and irregular verbs all the time, just like in real life.
Yeah, that's what makes it feel so natural.
Exactly. And remember, everyone listening, making mistakes is part of the process. You'll learn the irregular ones faster by using them, not just memorizing.
That's such good advice. So, it's okay to make mistakes. It means you're practicing.
Exactly. The more you speak, the more your brain starts to feel what's right.
Wow, Lily, that story of your trip made me want to travel too. It sounded so relaxing.
It really was. But you know what? It's also the perfect example of how we naturally use the past tense every time we tell a story.
That's true. I noticed you didn't even think about the grammar. It just flowed.
Exactly. That's what happens when you practice enough. Grammar becomes invisible, and communication takes the lead.
That's such a good point. I remember when I first started learning English, I tried to remember every rule while speaking. It was so stressful.
I know that feeling. But the more you use English in real conversations, like talking about your day or telling stories, the easier it gets.
Right. So let's do a quick recap for our listeners. We talked about was and were for states or locations in the past, like I was tired, you were at home.
Yes, and we also learned about regular verbs, the ones that just add ed, like walk, walked, play, played, cook, cooked.
And then we explored the irregular ones, the special verbs that don't follow the rule.
Exactly. Let's go over a few again, and maybe we can make a little game out of it.
Oh, I love games. Okay, you say the base form and I'll try to say the past form.
Perfect. Let's start easy. Go.
Went,
Nice. Eat.
ate,
Drink.
drank,
See.
saw,
Take.
took,
Have.
had,
Come.
came,
Buy.
bought.
You're on fire, Alex.
Yeah, I'm feeling confident now.
That's awesome. And for our listeners, don't just listen. Say these verbs out loud with us. Repeat them while you walk, cook, or drive.
The more you say them, the faster your brain remembers.
Yes, repetition is key. It's like building muscle memory. You don't think about it after a while. You just use it naturally.
Exactly. And you can make your own little story every day. Like before bed, think about your day and describe it in the past tense.
That's a great exercise. Something like, I woke up, I made coffee, I listened to music, I worked, I cooked dinner, and I watched a movie.
Perfect. And notice how you just used both regular and irregular verbs in one simple paragraph.
Yeah. Woke from wake, made from make, listened with ed, worked with ed, cooked with ed, and watched with ed.
Exactly. That's what real English sounds like, a natural mix.
I love that. It's not about perfection, it's about rhythm and practice.
Totally agree. And here's another tip. When you forget a past verb, don't freeze. Just use what you know. For example, if you forget went, you can say, go yesterday. People will still understand you.
Yes, and that's the beauty of communication. It's okay to make mistakes. The goal is to express yourself, not to sound perfect.
Exactly. And when you use the wrong form and hear the right one later, your brain quietly fixes it in the background.
I love that. Learning in the background. That's what happens when you keep listening to English podcasts like this one.
Nice plug, Alex. But you're right. Listening every day makes a huge difference.
For sure. So, what do you say? Should we give our listeners a challenge?
Definitely. Okay, everyone, here's your Fluent Vibe challenge. Tonight or tomorrow, tell someone about your day in English. Use at least 5 past tense verbs.
That's a great one. You can say something simple like, I went to the gym. I worked hard. I ate lunch with a friend. I watched a movie. I felt tired but happy.
Perfect example. You can even write it in the comments or record yourself speaking.
Yes, hearing yourself is such a powerful tool. It helps you notice what sounds natural and what you can improve.
Exactly. And little by little, you'll sound more fluent every day.
All right, let's do one more quick review before we wrap up.
Good idea. Here's a short list for everyone to remember. Be, to was or were. Go, to went. Eat, to ate. Drink, to drink. See, to saw. Take, to took. Have, to had. Buy, to bought. Come, to came. Read, to read. Same spelling, different sound. Wake, to woke. Make, to made. Sing, to sang.
That's such a useful list. You could make flashcards or even a poster for your wall with these.
Yes, but remember, don't just look at them. Use them. Make real sentences. Talk about your weekend, your day, your childhood memories, anything.
Exactly. That's how you make English a part of your daily life.
So, to all our listeners, what did you do last weekend? Tell us in the comments. Write a few sentences in the past tense and practice with us.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who's learning English too. It really helps our community grow.
Yes, your support means the world to us.
And remember, the more you practice, the more confident you become.
That's right. Every word you say is a step forward.
All right, that's all for today's episode of Fluent Vibe Podcast.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep your English vibes fluent.
See you next time.
Bye for now.